Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are at episode 33. I'm always like, oh, I should say something different, or why do I say the same thing every time? And I'm like, you know what? That's what I say. And maybe you guys like that. Maybe there's a familiarity to it. So I'm just going to say what I say. And yes, welcome back, episode 33. And maybe it'll change one day. But as of now, that's what it is. So I'm going to stop trying to be all this is what it has to be or should I change it. I'm just gonna this is what I say, and it'll resonate for whatever it needs to resonate for. But I have a feeling that it's kind of like a comforting thing that maybe you guys like to hear. Hey everybody, so whatever. Here we are. Shiny crystal today. My shiny crystal, remember I switched it around last time and I went with the angels thing. I don't know why I was getting this feel to talk about the angels, but it's the moon. The moon is my shiny crystal. It's a shiny rock because the moon is a rock. I love the moon. When I tell you, for anyone who knows me personally, really personally, the moon is, I'm that person who stops to look at the moon and tells everybody to look at the moon, or tries to get a picture or texts people to look at the moon. The moon is my dude or girl. It's my dude. It has a masculine energy to me, even though Cancer's ruling thing is the moon and it's feminine. But anyway, it's my man. I love the moon. I'll do rituals with the moon. I feel energy from the moon. I feel a pull towards the moon. I feel like I'm a moon child. I'm not a child, but you know what I mean? Like moon child. Me and my friend used to call me, she's another medium. She would call me a moon child. I feel just very connected to it. I don't know why I love the moon. There's just an allure to it. It captivates me. I love it because it really is a reminder that we're on a planet, because people forget. Everyone just in their day to day, or if I get agitated at someone for blocking traffic or not doing the right thing in traffic and then we're all stuck, I have to remember I'm on a planet. There's such bigger things going on. Look, there's the moon. We're in a solar system. Hello. This doesn't matter. The fact that they're blocking us and it's annoying, it doesn't matter. The moon reminds me, the moon reminds me that we're all just here in a solar system. It really is. So we're little souls in a body on a planet floating in the freaking sky. Our sky, our blue with white clouds and sun, not even the sun, the clouds with the blue, that's just part of our atmosphere. And then beyond that is fucking space, guys. The moon reminds us that we're in space. We're in space. We're on Earth. Earth is in space. Dude, we're in space. Really let yourself think about that. And it just trivializes all the little human stuff. It was so cute. Yesterday I was sitting at the red light and the fire truck was coming, blowing its little horn and waving its and flashing its little lights. And I'm look how cute we are. Our little truck that goes to put out the fire that we started by accident, somebody, maybe an electrical thing that someone malfunctioned, someone fucked up somewhere. They left their stove on. They left a candle on. The electrician poorly wired the place. Maybe someone actually started the fire. And now the truck has to come with the little men inside of it, and they're gonna go and put out the fire with their little hose. It's so we are just such cute, and Truth, my dog, is looking at it, and there the truck goes. I'm look, there goes the vehicle that's gonna go put out the fire that the humans did by accident. It's oh my God, we're cute. We're these little things on Earth. And yes, we stress out about these big things because it is all important to us because we're humans, but the moon reminds us, it reminds me that I'm nothing, I'm just this little thing, this little guy who cares about his family and wants to make a difference and, loves his dog, and he's sitting at the red light and here comes the fire truck. And they have their jobs. They're in that truck because that's their job, but they chose that job because they care. It's so adorable. And the moon reminds me of that. And it's just beautiful. Oh, sometimes when you're driving and when the moon, usually the moon's doing the moon, But like, you ever see it when it's like, it looks like it's like a picture, like it's like a fucking movie set where for some reason it's like huge. In California, the moon, because the horizon in California is such, the terrain is always so like, it's like mountain and it's like, so sometimes you just get that moon like coming back from the beach and it's like, it looks like it's like enormous. It's fucking immaculate. It's so, it's so beautiful that it looks fake. And I don't think people realize how cool it is. The moon is a reminder that we're in space. And I love that. So the moon is my shiny crystal for episode 33. Thank you guys. And also 33, an angel number. Hello. Oh my goodness. I am so ridiculous. See, I should have kept, that would have been perfect. Episode 33, angels. Why did I switch it? That's so weird that I would switch it. Episode 33 is an angel number, and I had the angels be my shiny crystal for episode 33. And then earlier I was like, you know what? I want to talk about angels now. And now I'm looking at it on paper, and I see episode 33, and I see the angels scribbled in them. Anyway, whatever. You know what, though? We're going to let it go. It doesn't have to all line up perfectly, but it did until I let my big gawky hands get involved. All right, whatever. The moon is beautiful. All right, well, on to our reincarnate or reincarnate. So this one might be a little silly to you guys. So it is, but it is what it is. So we're gonna do it. So would I reincarnate into a blanket, or would I reincarnate into a doll? Those are the two: blanket or doll. Okay, blanket. Would I want to be a blanket for a little while? It feels like a rough go. I don't know. Yes, blankets comfort people. They bring warmth. I love putting my dog in his blanket. Like, I love when my dog, when Truth is laying there and I just put the blanket over him and he has his little face sticking. He looks like a little Russian woman with her little bushka, you know, and he's got his little head sticking out. And I love that blanket so much. And I love cozying to a blanket. So blankets do bring warmth and comfort and love. I feel like a Taurus. I feel like a blanket is such a Taurus. A blanket is such a Taurus. A blanket is a Taurus or a Cancer, that's for sure. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to be in the wash, you know, being tossed around. You know, sometimes blankets get so used and so like disregarded, and it's a throw blanket. They just toss the blanket. But really, I'm going to be honest, like, I do love the bringing comfort aspect. I do love the whole, like, blankets are so important to people, you know? That's really cool that people love their blankets. Oh my goodness. Imagine sleeping without a blanket. Like, you're not missing that blanket. So I guess I would say I would reincarnate into a blanket, and I would suffer through the washing machine if I had to. Do not put the blow. Oh my God, I hate those beads. The fragrance beads. Do not give me the fragrance beads. Oh my God, they're so toxic and they're so overwhelming. I probably have histamine issues, but oh my God, the smell of the beads, I can't. It's too much. We don't need so much scent, guys. We're overdoing it with the scent, okay? Too much scent. Like, just put your clothes on, don't smell, and you're good. You know, like, too much scent. But yeah, I would suffer through the wash, because that's the only downside for me is the wash, you know, or like if you're a blanket that's not cared for. But who's not caring for their blankets? Like, I feel like everyone loves their blankets. People care about a blanket, their comforter, their throw blanket, their dog's blanket. A blanket is like the thing, you know, people, if someone's like in the hospital and they're sick, where's my blanket? A blanket is a necessary thing. People love and appreciate their blankets. So yeah, I would be a blanket. I thought I was going to say no, because, you know, but yeah, for the short time I would be in that blanket, people keep their blankets for years. I used to have a comforter that I brought from apartment to apartment. Like, it was my teenage comforter, and I brought it to like my first two apartments. I like loved that blanket. I kept it with me. It like lost its little foam inside. That's how much I loved it. Like, it was my blanket. So yeah, I would totally reincarnate into a blanket for a little while, for maybe like, I don't know, maybe a week, but I don't know if you get the full experience. I feel like maybe I want to be a beloved blanket. Maybe I want to be someone's childhood blanket that they took to college with them, and then they brought it to their first apartment out of college. Like, they just love that blanket. Maybe I want to experience it for like 25 years. Wow. Imagine you're a blanket for 25 years. You're in that energy. I mean, you can dip and dip. You're a soul. You could do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, I would do it. A doll. Ooh, that's kind of scary, right? Because you see all these like possessed dolls, right? And like Matt Rife, he like bought the Annabelle doll and all that stuff. Like, would I be I definitely wouldn't want to be the Annabelle doll, that's for sure. A doll. It's a little creepy, to be honest with you. Like, you think, oh, it's cute. Like, a kid loves you and, you're someone's favorite toy. But I've seen kids be nasty to dolls. Like, I've seen kids beat up dolls or pull the eye out, or they just throw dolls. I have seen dolls take abuse, basically. I have yet to see a doll that has not been abused by a toddler or a preteen or a tween. I have yet to see a doll that has been taken care of the way that I take care of things. Like, I had a quarter that I took care of better than people who've taken care of dolls. I never had a doll. I had 3 sisters. They had all the dolls. I never had a doll. I had Papa Smurf, loved him, but I never really like carried a doll with me. It's interesting because I always wanted something to love. I had not a penny. I had a quarter when I was a kid. I had a little pencil named Timothy. I know, I was a little weird kid. I'm sorry, but I literally remember I was in 6th grade. I had this first I had the quarter. Remember, I've told you the story. Charlie was his name, and then my mom took it away. She thought it was weird. And then I found this little green pencil. So I was like, well, now I have the green pencil, and his name is Timothy. So I don't know what happened to that pencil. Anyway, so it's interesting that I never had the doll, because I definitely wouldn't be allowed to have a doll. Like, I grew up in a very, like, boys are boys, girls are girls. So I definitely was not going to have a doll. Actually, did my parents get me a Cabbage Patch Kid? Maybe they did. I know they got my sisters the Cabbage Patch. That was big in the 80s. And then I vaguely remember having a Cabbage Patch with the denim overalls. And I took one of my sister's heart stickers and I put it in his little pouch. He had a little Oshkosh Pagosh overalls. And I put the sticker in it. Now, and he had a little blonde. He was bald with a little blonde patch. Was that my Cabbage Patch? Huh. I got to ask my mom, before I throw in that I was never allowed to have a doll. I like to make sure that my memory is correct. Was it my sister's doll and I took it? But no, it was a little boy doll. And I think they got it for me because I probably said, I want a Cabbage Patch too. I got to ask my mom and see if she remembers that. Because in my brain, I wasn't allowed to have a doll, but that could just be, you got your trauma speaking, and they probably did get me that doll. So I got to find out, because Cabbage Patches were all the rage. But would I want to come back as a doll? No. Not until you kids can learn how to take care of your damn dolls, because they'd be walking around, dragging the doll, throwing the doll, you see a kid walking with the doll, holding the doll by its ankle, and the doll's just dragging its head. I don't want to be that. No wonder why Chucky was so pissed. I get it. Yeah, he was possessed by a fucking murderer, but besides that, he was agitated because the kid didn't know how to take care of the doll. So Chucky came back with a little bit of attitude. So no, I would not want to be a doll. I just wouldn't. And then after years of abuse from the kid, they're sticking the bottle in your mouth. They're doing all these things to you, playing with your hair, trying to feed you. Like, girl, I'm a doll. I don't eat. Stop trying to feed me food. It just sounds relentless. It sounds daunting. It sounds very unrewarding. And no, I don't want to be a doll. I would not. I would be a blanket, but I would not want to be a doll. Sorry. I do not want to be packaged. I do not want to be, I mean, being a Christmas present, that sounds pretty cool. But I don't have to be a doll to do that, because like I said, you're packaged, you're wrapped up, the kid rips you open and then abuses you for a couple of years, and then they throw you out and give you or they donate you to another kid, and that kid probably abuses. Nope, done. Not being a doll. So yes, I would reincarnate into a blanket. I absolutely would not reincarnate into a doll. No wonder why they're all possessed and weird. Because they're fucking pissed. They have a vengeance. Yeah, no, not into it. With the weird eyes, no. Moving on, because now I'm like annoyed with the dolls. No, I'm not annoyed with the dolls. I don't want no dolls coming for me, but I'm annoyed with the whole, I think kids need to learn how to treat their doll. Let's teach our kids how to take care of our dolls, man, because that's how you're going to take care of people or animals. All right, on to Oh Wise One. Let's see. Who do we have? Oh Wise One is... Okay. My question is the human species on its own evolutionary path, spiritually speaking? Let me say that again. Is the human species on its own evolutionary path, spiritually speaking? Like, if we're here in our human bodies, are we ultimately supposed to be helping humans evolve in a spiritual way? And is there an overarching track or goal that humans are supposed to reach eventually of enlightenment? And I don't mean individually, but I mean collectively. As always, thanks, love you, bye. Oh, thank you. C, we'll call you C. Also, maybe like add when you said in there that you don't mind if I reveal your name or anything, because I like, is the word autonomy? Not autonomy, like anonymously. I like to keep it unless you say. So for now, I'll call you C, unless you tell me otherwise. Okay, so let me see if I understand the question, because you worded it really well. So are we here in our human bodies, are we ultimately supposed to be helping humans evolve in a spiritual way? And is there an overarching track or goal that humans are supposed to reach eventually of enlightenment? Yes, but not everyone. Not everyone. That's very interesting, because I almost posted something the other day about not everyone is here to evolve or be enlightened. Evolve, yes. Yes. Energy, souls, energy, our spirits, all come into a human existence to grow and to expand. So yes, ultimately every human, because a human is just a body with a soul in it, okay? Every human is here to evolve. Every soul is here to evolve. The human is just a car, The body, the flesh, the nervous system, the endocrine system, the brain, all that stuff is just the vehicle. We're going to talk about the spirit. When I say the person, that's their soul. The human, just a bunch of flesh-eating monsters, okay? Yeah, humans are just the vehicle. The soul is here to evolve. 100% yes. Enlightenment, that's a journey that not every soul is here to here to experience. Enlightenment, for me, the way I see it is, it's almost like the finish line. Like when you truly get to that, oh shit, it's kind of I'm going to say this wrongly. It's an how do you say that? Existential crisis. When you awaken or you become enlightened, it's scary, because you're like, oh my God, I see everything now without the veil. And the veil is like what keeps everything kind of like nice and ignorant and like just like in your little world. Then when you open that veil, you're like, whoa. So it takes a few years to like really settle it down, because we're still in a human experience. So you don't want to completely open up, enlighten, and awaken, because then it's hard to be here when that happens. So you don't want to you have to pull it back a little bit. I don't think we're here to make everyone evolve or enlighten. Sorry, I keep saying evolve and enlighten. Those are way too different things. Every soul is here to evolve. Not every soul is here to enlighten, because those are two different experiences. Every energy comes onto earth to expand. That's the nature of energy. That is the whole purpose of being a human. So that's why I always say darkness, light. Darkness is supposed to be here because it's part of the trajectory and journey of expansion. So that's why I always say, stop trying to like put out darkness, and stop it's not about like judging the darkness either. If you see things that are bothering you or that you don't agree with or you don't like, change yourself somehow. Make it, if you see something you don't like, well, you can't on a whole stop it, but maybe, treat someone that you meet in your life in a way that you would want to, that's different from the thing you don't like. So we can't stop darkness. That's ridiculous. It's unnatural. Darkness and light are hand in hand. that's part of expansion of energy. Enlightenment and awakening, that's a special journey, and that's not for every soul. So you can take that off your plate. Like, I'm not here to enlighten everyone or awaken everyone. I'm here to guide. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to give insight. I'm here with abilities that help people get perspective. It helps people heal, and it helps people get knowledge. It helps them on their path. So that's my journey. In my journey, I have awakened and enlightened because I've always been seeking that. Like, I didn't know what really enlightenment was until it happened to me. But I always knew I was seeking something. Always, since I was I'd say 16 and up. So yeah, you don't have to, there's no making anybody do anything. That I learned, that was part of, when I awakened, that was part of the thing I learned. We're not here to make anyone do anything. I always tell people, that's why I tell people who are skeptics, you don't need a reading. Come to me because you want to work with me. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to help you. So yeah, part of enlightenment and awakening is learning a lot of those things. I used to be I got to teach them. I got to make them know. I would get on Facebook and post and be like, look at this, you're wrong. And I was so into it. Then I truly awakened. And when you truly awaken, those things kind of fall by the wayside. You realize, oh, that's not the point. So yeah, not every soul is meant to awaken. So it's not anybody's job to awaken others. Those who are meant to awaken will awaken. Then you can help guide them with your experience. So you don't have to do that. We're not here to collectively all awaken. Absolutely not. Oh my God. That would be insane if everybody awakened. No, we need people. We need the people who aren't truly awakening. They're doing things. They're doing other things. Their souls are expanding regardless. Every soul expands regardless. Otherwise, they're dead. Okay? And then when they're dead, their soul leaves and it goes and expands somewhere else into another thing. But it does not at all not expand. Otherwise you're dead. You're not living. You're not in the earthly experience. So yeah. So take it off your plate. We're not here to collectively enlighten. When you're enlightening or awakening, that's actually a special journey. Make sure you're ready for that journey, because it's not all candy and cuckoo. It's intense, but it's beautiful. I think once, you get a couple of years under your belt of it, and you can kind of get back into all right, I do need a little bit of the veil because I need to go to the grocery store and I have to deal with people. So yeah, no, we're not all here collectively to enlighten, but we are all here to expand. So expand yourself, focus on what you can bring to the table, focus on what your gifts are, what your purpose is, what your journey is, and journey it and just do it. And the people you meet along the way, you'll affect them, good or bad. But either way, they'll grow. All right. Thank you, C. Thanks for sending in your question. Send in your questions. We love it. All right. So I decided we're not doing a voice note astrology this week. I have two that are in the docket. But I decided, so I want to do I really enjoyed doing the movie astrology. I enjoyed doing the Disney astrology. Last night I watched Golden Girls. It's my comfort show. I watch it all the time. It's on, if for anyone who has cable, it's on Country Music Channel, on TV. At night, late night, there's 12 episodes. So I was like, oh, wait, what would the Golden Girls be astrologically? So I decided, this could be fun. Maybe I could do an 80s sitcom astrology. So we're going to put voice note astrology on the shelf for a little bit, just for a little, because I do love it. We will come back to it. And I'm going to have some fun with 80s TV show astrology. So for this week, I decided to do the Golden Girls. So Sophia. We're going to start with Sophia. I mean, Sophia to me, what would Sophia be? I think, okay, right away, my feeling is she's a Capricorn. Sophia is such a Capricorn. Oh my God, she's got that quick wit. She's steady. She's old. She's got, she's just she's a little rock. She's the rock of the girls, actually. She holds them all together. She's got sound advice. Capricorn women are very like that. They're very grounded, very direct. And she's just, she's the rock that holds them all together. So Sophia is such a Capricorn. Dorothy, her daughter, let's see, because they go hand in hand. You know what? Dorothy is such a Taurus. Oh my God. Dorothy is such a Taurus. She's a teacher. She is witty as well. She's got, she's always got a comeback. She's got that because female Tauruses, they're a little butch. So she's got that like butch, tough exterior, but like she loves her mama. She loves her mother. She is, Capricorn and Taurus. They're good together. She is such a Taurus. Oh my God. And she stands on her own. Stan fucked with her man, and she was like, I'm done with you. She never remarried. She's like, I'm just going to take my mother and go live with my mom, and we're good. Like, she is such a Taurus, Dorothy. And she even like wears the same kind of clothes all the time. Like Tauruses like to we're understated. We don't need to be like flashy all the time. We're not very, well, we can be a little materialistic, but we're not materialistic. It's weird. I'm sorry. We're not, we like nice things, but we're not materialistic. We don't need a lot of things. We don't like a lot of things. That's so Dorothy. Blanche. I mean, you would think Blanche is a Scorpio because of all her like sexuality, but I feel like maybe she's a Scorpio moon, but I feel like I just get a Sagittarius energy from Blanche, right? Like I just feel Sag. I feel like, she's fun. She can't settle down. She's funny. She's always out. She's always ready for a good time. Such a Sagittarius woman. Although she doesn't have that sharp tongue. You would almost think that Dorothy is more Sag. Do I want to say Blanche is a Scorpio? It's typical, but it might, sometimes typical is true. Yeah, I guess, you know what? Blanche is a Scorpio with Sag moon. Okay? Scorpio with Sag moon. Rose. Oh, she's such a Cancer. Rose is such a Cancer. They're in their own world. She's like a Cancer with Pisces moon. She's double water. She's such a Cancer, such a sweetheart. A little bit of a dingbat. Not saying Cancer are dingbats, but they're a little flighty sometimes in the fun, cute way. And she's sensitive. Yeah, Rose is very sensitive. She's such a Cancer. She's such a little mama, Such a little mama Rose. And then Stan. Stan is a dick, first of all. Stan, what would Stan be? I feel like Stan, I think Stan can sometimes be, I'm a little torn on Stan. What do you guys think Stan is? That's a good one. I want to know what you think Stan is. Message me or comment what you think Stan is. Stan, I feel like, I want to say he's an earthy guy, but he's like an Aquarius energy. Oh, Stan, I feel like is a Gemini. I feel like or an Aries, but oh yeah, he could be a Gemini or an Aries, I think. You know what? No, I'm sorry. Stan is an Aries Pisces cusp. No, not an Aries Pisces cusp. I think he might be full Pisces. I think, you know what? You guys message me. You tell me what you think Stan is. I really am all ears on that. You guys let me know what you think Stan is. All right, well, this is what I'm going to say. My final thought today. My final thought. Don't let the dry heat get you. The indoor heat. Oh, Madon, if you live on the East Coast, the indoor heat is so unhealthy for everybody. It dries your skin. It dries your sinuses. It's not good. Look at the moon more. Understand that you're in a solar system. We're not that big. We're not that important. We're not that serious. We are in a solar system. You got 80 to 90 good, maybe 90 good years if you're lucky, and then it's over, and then you're on to the next, and then you're out of this body. Enjoy the body for what you can. Enjoy what you can, when you can. Enjoy the moon. Enjoy the little things. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Enjoy the little things. Enjoy the things. Even the harsh winter. Even the dry air. Try to enjoy it. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go on this one. All right. Love ya. Bye.